They huffed and they puffed, but eventually they crossed the line. That is the Punjab Kings, and the new stadium, Mullapur, that's the correct pronunciation. Yeah. Mullapur has proved to be lucky for the home team, winning their first encounter. This particular match was dubbed as encounter of the bottom place teams, and I remember in our discussions we had all picked Punjab Kings to finish at the bottom of the table. I'm not asking Harshit because he's got a skin in the game. He's a fan, so not him. But Siddharth, would you want to change your opinion now if Punjab finishes bottom or Delhi? By the way, I remember it was a close call. We discussed Delhi, Punjab, which, and you went with Punjab.
I mean, see, this was the clash of the two laggards anyway. So one of the laggards gave it all away. One just managed to scrape through. I mean, this was, you may say, a 4-ball win with 4 wickets to spare. They huffed and puffed their way. There were moments in the game where Delhi had their noses in front. There were some moments in which Punjab Kings. So I am not changing it. Either of these two are going to be the bottom ranked team in the IPL 2024.
And you think it will still be Punjab?
It will be Punjab.
By the way, congratulations and full credit to Harshit to have the courage to wear that jersey. Despite the match getting over, he wore it, I know, at the start of the game, but I thought that by the time the match pans out, when we do the post show, he would have changed it, and he carried a jersey to cover it, hide it.
And it's black.
But I must applaud his courage.
That's for the cold.
I must applaud his courage and his determination and his love for his franchise, that despite losing to the team that was dubbed to be finishing at the bottom, still is wearing his jersey with pride. Well done.
See,
and you made me change my prediction also.
17 odd years of following the Delhi Capitals, around the same duration Manchester United and the Indian cricket team and the Indian cricket team.
Indian team reaches
Indian
finals.
Cricket team's also given me more than a decade of pain now. So,
but they reach finals.
But that again,
they won in 13 and 11.
Also given me, let's say, reasons along the way, and see, that's the thing with
so
allegiance.
So you become immune to pain.
Exactly, spotting pain. I think that there's a big threshold for that now, and you're going to be seeing me wear the jersey all through the season, and nothing changes. And yeah, there were moments in the match, as Siddharth said, where Delhi sort of were in the contest. They sort of lost the plot after having had a good start of sorts, I would say, initially in the power play. And it's a match that ebbed and flowed, but I like the fight. I like the fight.
No, I would still say Punjab. I've never thought that Delhi were in the fight, barring the last few overs.
And why it gives me hope that Delhi will not, let's say, be 9 as they were, let's say, last year. Maybe they're not making the top 4 for me.
10?
No, not that either, because again.
So I thought you'd say they will not be 9, they'll be 10.
They, I think could be around 6, 7 for me, not 9, 10. No. Because I think this is a team sans Nokia today. Once Nokia's there in the side, I think that changes a lot. Plus, let's say the 8 overs of good spin bowling that you're guaranteed, I think that will change a lot going forward. And just the first game, so there's nothing to be bogged down just with the first game itself.
I'm not sure I agree with him. He's a fan. I think now I would be tempted actually to change. I know it's just one game, never rush into making up your mind, but I guess I'd always thought it'll be a Delhi-Punjab fight for the wooden spoon. I think Punjab may look slightly better off, but again, we'll wait for that. We'll get into the specifics of the match. Where is it that Delhi lost? Though I don't agree that, I don't think they were in the game at any stage. See, T20 cricket sometimes gives you that illusion that the other team is. They'll always have ebbs and flows. But if you look at it dispassionately, if you take a look at a macro level, I don't think Delhi were ever in the game. Even though they had that Abhishek Purell knock towards the end and all of that, I don't think they were ever in the game. Barring the time where Khalil Ahmed almost, took not a hat trick, but 3 wickets in that over before David Warner dropped it. Had he taken that catch, maybe, again, clutching onto straws, maybe things could have changed. But I still think Punjab were ahead in this entire match. We'll get to the specifics of the match, but one thing that I want to mention before we get into the nitty-gritties. Delhi may have lost, not an ideal start for them. But I think overall, Indian cricket has won because of one man, Rishabh Pant. I'm just saying it as an Indian cricket fan. The fact that he was out on the field after 14 odd months of being out from a life-threatening accident, nobody knew. I mean, now you've heard it from him that there was a stage where they were even talking to him about amputation initially. He recovered from that. Then to be in a stage where, okay, no amputation, just to be okay, just to be able to walk on his feet. Then to reach a situation where he could run on his feet. Then to reach a situation where he could play cricket. Then to reach a situation where he could play competitive cricket. Then to reach a situation to make a comeback into top level during the IPL. Then to be in a situation to be named captain, and eventually to be able to bat without any discomfort, and finally to be able to keep for the duration of 20 overs. I think all in all, it is a lot of gain for Indian cricket, and I am, as an Indian fan, really happy. I think I'll remember this day that I saw him back on the field playing. So any concerns you may have had about his wicket keeping or his fitness or his batting, I think they can be laid to rest. He's back in terms of that. Now, whether he's back in terms of his form, effectiveness, all of that we'll see. But I think overall, a great day. Maybe not great day for Delhi, but great day for Indian cricket.
I mean, if you look at the main factor, what was it? Pant's mobility, he was supreme. Wicket keeping, he was very safe. Yes, there was one inside edge that he dropped off Axar Patel, but those chances either stick or they don't. But his keeping was solid. Running between the wickets, he was pretty solid. Game tactics with whatever he had, he did manage to take it. Some audaciousness was still there in his batting. The reverse sweep, he tried a lofted shot which was misjudgment. He kind of couldn't connect. That was very rare. Then he had one slog. Luckily, Rishabh Patel dropped it at deep mid wicket. But that one drive, extra cover that he had of Arshdeep, that was there that, okay, the form, the technique, the skill has not deserted Rishabh Pant for 14 months. Okay. That's why I only hope that he builds on from this. He has a very good IPL with the bat and with the gloves. Delhi Capitals, whether they make it to the playoffs or not, that's secondary. But if Pant has a very, very good
They are making to the playoffs.
that's secondary. That's why I said with that much of confidence. But if he does well with bat and ball, then it echoes Jay Shah's sentiment. He is a valuable asset, and he could be your absolute.
You didn't need
front
Jay
runner.
Shah to tell us.
Everybody. It's just this quote that I'm quoting.
I think, today is in fact a day where not just cricket, I think from a cricketing perspective, in these 14 months, if we've gotten to know something about Rishabh Pant, it's that one thing about athletes you don't get to know very often, which is, let's say, his determination, and it's come with something that's come off the field for him because of what he's gone through. I remember the first ever interview that he did while the time that he was recovering, he talked about the time where he brushed his teeth and how those little things in life, the brushing the teeth, how he could feel, every little thing happening, let's say inside when he was doing that particular activity, even having his feet on the ground, he had no hope in life. And for doctors who treated him, Dr. Pardiwala, I think, the one that who treated him
in Mumbai.
From everyone who was involved in the recovery period to say that this is a man who's recovered, let's say 6 months earlier than anyone else who would have gone through such grievous injuries. That speaks a lot of the man's mentality and his hunger and desire to be back and be playing cricket. So that's for his determination. Hats off to his determination.
3 knee surgeries.
And the determination that he showed.
3 knee surgeries. I mean, to recover from that and do it so well today, showing no discomfort whatsoever. Hats off to his determination.
Okay, 3 questions I have. Okay, and let's touch them one by one. Could the result have been different if Ishant Sharma did not get injured and got to bowl his 4 overs?
No. I think Punjab had capitalized on the good start that they had. They would have, maybe the victory margin would have been slightly closer, if I may add, maybe a last ball finish or something, but I think the result was not in doubt.
Perhaps not. Perhaps not.
But he was one of their standout bowlers.
He was good, but
I mean, just on that fact, let's be honest, I didn't think of Ishant Sharma doing this well. I know that sometimes he's been underrated in T20 cricket. I know that a couple of seasons ago also he wasn't starting, but he came on in a few games, I remember, did well for Delhi Capitals. But then now that he's not playing regular cricket, been away from the game, I didn't think that he'd be good enough. Also aging, but I think he was bang on with his bowling. Those 2 overs he lasted.
140.
Yeah, but the fact that I'm saying why? Because you'd had to go to a Mitch Marsh in that situation. You wouldn't have gone to a Mitch Marsh and Sumit. You wouldn't have gone to them had Ishant been there. He would have bowled the 4 overs. You did reach a situation where it was 6 needed of 6. Could have been slightly different. I don't know.
Well, Ishant, the one problem that he had even when he was peak Ishant, he did struggle bowling in the death, if you may remember. Yes, he's not played that much of great, but it would have been a 50-50 gamble. But yes, the victory margin may instead of 4 balls, it could have been 1 ball to go. Yeah. Maybe. Ishant might have given it, but I think the decisive moment for me was that when Warner dropped the catch. You don't know, pressure can do strange kind of things. 8 of 6 with 3 wickets remaining. Livingston would have had to farm the strike. Who knows what could have happened?
Second question. What did you make of no Prithvi Shaw?
I found that very strange.
I did too.
Because I pointed out to Harshit even in the pre-match. Whenever you have a overseas top order, top heavy overseas contingent, if you don't have an Indian in that, you tend to struggle.
Yeah.
And that's exactly, okay, Shea Hope might have bailed you out today, but you needed one Indian.
No, but this is something, again, like I said, this is something that Delhi will have to change. And if they don't, then there will be no hopers. And then I can say that, 9, 10, definitely you can reserve those, either of those spots for Delhi if there's no Andrik Nokia. And I remember 2 seasons back.
Yeah, but if Nokia comes in, then you'll have to bring in a.
Then you've
got to probably bring in a Shaw because that is what was expected.
Yeah.
And one of then Tristan Stubbs, I think, is merited right now to be there in the 11.
Yes.
Didn't have a good day today, but let's not forget.
No, he has to be there.
He has to be there. Him or a McGurk, either of them has to be playing.
Yeah.
You can't be removing Mitch Marsh. You can't be removing David Warner. The other reserved slot, I would say, is that of Andrik Nokia. The 4th slot is where in that middle order you can. But otherwise,
why
it was not as if Prithvi Shaw was in bad form. He hit a 50 in the final of the Ranji Trophy.
No, my other thing is that, see, again, he's been inconsistent. I agree with you. That's been the one criticism. But I think in terms of IPL, he is the kind of opener that you need, the one who doesn't care about anything and will attack. See, with one thing you know that strike rate will come. And okay, if you had played him 5 games and was inconsistent, you drop him, that I can agree.
See, that
but you needed to start with him.
But Delhi, again, in the 11 that we made, yes, we were all expecting Shaw to be opening with Warner, and I thought the same. But I'm saying even if they made the decision, because that's exactly what they did last year, played him 8 games on the trot and then showed him the bench. If they have decided not to go with the Prithvi Shaw this time around, then you've got to be looking at Yash Dul. This is not a combination you can look at going forward. This is not sustainable. This is top cap, and I don't know what the status with Andrik Nokia was as to why he didn't play. Parth Jindal had suggested he was fine a couple of weeks back. Why is it that he didn't play? I don't know. That's what I would want to know, let's say, from the franchise. But this is not sustainable, the 11 that you started with today. And if you don't want Shaw going forward, then Yash Dul has to be the man.
Question number 3. Why is Axar Patel so underrated as a batter and batting at number 7?
It's the story of his entire playing career.
It's actually not, because I remember Axar Patel last season.
Second best.
Yeah, and he got pushed to number 4 on occasions.
Yes,
I remember games.
Second best.
And he was doing well batting. My point is, I think he's grossly underrated as a batter. He has been outstanding with the bat, in T20 cricket, and he needs to be pushed up. I don't care, Ricky Bui or Tristan Stubbs or whatever. For me, Axar Patel is batting ahead of them. Axar Patel today was outstanding with the ball too. I will also go so far as to say that Axar Patel is even underrated by the Indian team.
Yes.
And I agree that Axar Patel maybe did not get, if he did not play Test cricket, I agree. That Test cricket bowling he does not have. He got lucky in those turning tracks that you were getting. And maybe then because you got a Jadeja and Ashwin, I agree that he sits out. And Kuldeep with the amount of wickets, I agree. But in T20 cricket, especially in T20, not even so much in one day cricket, in T20 cricket, dare I say that he could even be ahead of a Ravindra Jadeja. I know that people will say that it's a big statement, but honestly telling you, his consistency with the bat and with the ball is second to none. He can match a Ravindra Jadeja. I just feel that sometimes you're unfair to him. When we discuss of the T20 team, when we'll discuss of the Indian team, we'll talk about whoever, Yashasvi Jaiswal or a Rinku Singh or a Jitesh Sharma. If they miss out, we'll say, unfair. If Axar Patel sits out, none of us talk about being unfair. But I think he is top level. Top level T20
no doubt about that. But again, given the guy you're comparing it with, somebody like a Jadeja. I
I'm
think the
telling you,
competition is too
Jadeja's
too stiff.
T20 numbers
His
aren't
batting and bowling, if you look at Axar, is better than Jadeja.
Yes,
Even
Jadeja,
if
you
look
will
at-
only remember last season got you the winning runs and all. But overall season, if you see, you can't think of
The
too many.
only thing that goes against Axar in the T20 setup is probably his fielding. But
Fielding,
batting
exactly.
and bowling,
I
he's
was-
ahead of Jadeja.
But he's not a bad fielder. Yes,
safe
he
fielder.
can't compare to Jadeja.
Even yesterday, you saw Jadeja putting in those dives when he was fielding at point at cover, and he saved you good couple
Sure,
of boundaries. And yesterday,
sure, but
it's like
if-
overall package, that's where he edges.
But I'm
Axar.
saying Axar was a poor fielder. He was Ashwin level fielder. Then I could say Axar is a very safe fielder. He'll do your work. Yes, you can't match up to Jadeja, who's arguably one of the best fielders you've ever had in cricket. Agreed. But can that be a factor? I'm saying Axar, the batter bowling combination in T20 has been far more consistent than Ravindra Jadeja. I can bet my bottom dollar. You take out the stats, take out IPL stats, take out any stats, I'm 100% sure he's done better.
Last couple of years, even in internationals and
100%.
T20s, Axar has had a better outing than Jaddu, especially with bat. Jaddu is underwhelmed with the bat if you have to look at it. And why doesn't Delhi Capitals use him as the floater? Today, you needed somebody to capitalize on the platform that a Shea Hope luckily had given you. I honestly had no hope from Hope because in T20s, he's a good ODI player, but he's not a good T20 player in that sense. And Delhi have given him a chance for the first time in the IPL.
I think this is something again because we've seen that happen in the past where he was batting at number 4 for Delhi last year. Maybe you will see those situations pan out this time around as well. Why not today is for Rishabh Pant.
But as I told you, see,
think tank to answer.
3, 5 and 2. Look at number 5, 6 and 8. The lower middle order has just managed 10 runs today off 24 balls. That was a killer and that's the main factor why you're 15 runs short on this deck. If you look at it.
It was again like Siddharth was saying, I think the fact that the ball was stopping that time and it was spinners who were bowling that time, none of the three could really contend with the spinners that well, and that's why Delhi lost the plot in those overs between 9 and 14.
And if you look at it, the black soil thing, it improved. It was like Ahmedabad. It improved as the game progressed, and that's why you could easily get those kind of runs in that sense. That's why chasing, yes, they kind of made it very, you may say at a canter. It was a bit of artificial excitement towards the end, but Liam Livingston, he just needed one good hit.
One thing I would also say, kudos to Punjab for having pushed Sam Curran in that batting order. I know he's a left-hander, so that worked in his favour. You pushed him. Well, what an outing he had. By the way, Sam Curran was under pressure. There were talks of whether he can make it to the 11 or not because they have got enough foreign players. And there were enough talk that maybe he does not because he had been woefully out of form the last 12 months, whether it was internationally or in T20 cricket. But he's come good. And if a Sam Curran can get the job done with the ball, especially death overs that he could, and with the bat like this, it suddenly changes my opinion about Punjab being the wooden spooner. I'm not saying that it changes my opinion to a level where I say Punjab make the playoff. No, not quite. But it does make a difference about Punjab not being wooden spooners. I think inspired call, whoever took that.
And today, if you look at where Sam Curran batted, normally he bats at 6 or 7.
6 or 7, yeah.
Today, if Axar had done that, who knows?
Exactly my point. Exactly my point.
It'll be interesting to see because again, maybe this is something that they've gone back to the drawing board and realized that, maybe, Karan's not able to perform the role of a finisher that he has been doing for his national team for about 2 years now, as has been projected, let's say. He's not done that off late either. But 2 years back, since he developed that reputation, he's been doing that. Didn't work out last year. Maybe they've taken a conscious call. Number 4 now, we're pushing Sam Curran up because we're not able to get the best out of him at 7.
No, but I don't think it'll be like a permanent thing. I think it'll be situation based. They'll keep him as a floater. His left-handed batting, I think, will make a difference. So when need be, you push him. If there's no left hand in the crease, you push him. But I guess there will be a situation where he'll come in at 6 and 7. Whatever said and done, if he's got runs under his belt like he did today, I'm sure he'll be pretty confident. That batting lineup looked good. They had a bit of a collapse towards the end, but still you had enough batting that you didn't need to worry.
Yep. But luckily, see, you are having, honestly, I think Punjab and Delhi are not the strongest bowling units. Let's be very honest about it. But against better opponents, I would like to see how they fare up when the batting order like this is. Punjab in particular, I have to see better bowling lineups, how they fare up to them. That's the only
Questions, please, Shivam. Doesn't want us to see questions. Sorry guys, if you the questions are not answered, blame it on. Okay, Dhanush says if Virat played like Sam Curran, then Siddharth would have said only 134 strike rate. Virat should have played 200 plus strike rate.
Again, Dhanush has, like every other fan in this place, seems to be mistaking the entire point. Did Sam Curran play in the middle or in the power play? He wasn't in the power play. Yet look at his strike rate. Virat Kohli was there until over number 12, Dhanush. What do you expect? 21 of 20. It's because it's Virat Kohli, and I'll say it again and again and again. I was arguing with some people until 3:40 a.m. yesterday.
What?
Yes, I was getting constant messages on my social media. The situation's different with Sam Curran, Dhanush. I'm very sorry. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but that's the way it is. Wake up.
Okay, Pranit Datta says Burra, which is a very Punjabi way of saying. He says, hope Punjab proves you guys wrong. They will do well. Fair point. I hope
We
they
hope
do
so.
for the sake
We've
of
got
all
no
the
problem with any franchise doing
Punjab fans. Yes.
Yeah.
VVS NLR Srivastava. I think so,
Yeah.
because you can't see the full name. First super chat, thank you so much. Join the club.
Yeah.
He says VK and RS, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, took 6 years to be king and hitman. Now 5-6
Rinku
RS is.
Singh.
Now 5
5 sixes, Rinku Singh is
okay,
finisher.
Finisher.
2 tests, Dhruv is next MSD. When it most matters, VK 31 World Cup and 43 in CT 13. Okay. VK 31-34 in the World Cup and 43 in CT 13 final. RS 30 in T20 World Cup 7 and final. Prince 4 in WC 23 final. I think these like not comfortable with the fact that the comparisons with
are being made
legends
too soon.
are happening too soon, and on top of that, I think King and Hitman, looking at the performances in main ICC knockout events, is something I think he's focusing that yes, you can't be the king or the Hitman if you don't do well in major ICC final events.
Fair
That's
point.
the thing. Yeah, it's quite a fair point.
It's an opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll wind up this show a bit early than usual. That's because the next game is on. AK Ed says Andrik Nokke is still in South Africa, taking your point.
Yeah.
Ashish Dhar has a completely different comment saying Amir
said that
Khan's
yesterday
Lagan
also.
team, if playing IPL, would be known as Champaner Sher.
Yes.
Okay, Raghav Gar says today's team looks like 2 bottom place team, exactly what we had said earlier as well.
Is he talking about the match going on? Because that's what the super computers also predicted.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
That SRH and KKR.
Yes.
No chance.
Now let me get that
KKR
supercomputer's
will be
memory.
competing for the top 4 spot.
So interestingly and coincidentally, the supercomputer also predicted all 4 teams in action today to be the bottom 4.
I can understand the 3 in SRH, Delhi and
PBKS.
Punjab.
Yeah.
I think KKR will do slightly better than them.
I've
May
put
not still not make
KKR.
I put KKR in the top 4.
I did not,
Yeah.
but I think they'll do better. Anyway, Sports Warrior says Axar was man of the series in 2020 T20 World Cup.
Singly, it's the last point is.
Acha, he let England win.
No, Sports Warrior. I mean,
entire
see,
bowling attack didn't
it was a
turn up,
collective
yeah.
failure.
Yeah, the entire bowling attack didn't show up that day.
I know.
Yeah.
I agree that yes, he bowled very badly, but which bowler stepped up?
Yeah.
Bhuvneshwar got hit, Shami got hit, Ashwin got hit,
Yes.
Hardik got hit.
Nobody picked up a wicket.
Yeah,
So
he
it
lost by
can't-
10 wickets.
So, okay, thank you so much for your company. As always, I hope you enjoyed that Delhi versus Punjab game. Next up is SRH Kolkata. Kolkata already batting. We'll be back for the mid innings and then, of course, the post match. Look forward to your company then. For the moment, take care. Bye bye.
Nandri.
Vanakkam.
Not yet, Siddharth. Nandri, right at the end.
There's also, Nandri is also, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh.
Bye bye.